What drew me to engineering particularly was just to be able to function with 3D things and put things together and take them apart and figure out how things work very, very easily.
My father is an engineer, and when I was a little child, I saw many things like vehicles and other transformers. I think it's very interesting, so I want to be an engineer also.
Really, it's experience for me and getting to see a different side of General Motors or the automotive industry, because I've known this is what I've always wanted to do with my life.
Working one-on-one with the creative designers, the engineers will turn innovative concepts into working possibilities. With clean technology and sustainability expected to play big roles in the year 2020, the teams have chosen hydrogen as their advanced propulsion system.
My responsibilities are mostly for coming up with a hydrogen propulsion powertrain system and working with my creative designer to ensure that this system will fit into their design.
Take whatever they design and try and decide whether it's feasible or not, whether we want to send it over there to be tested to see if we can manufacture a product like that, and if we want to be able to push the envelope as well as not send over some completely fantasy.
This car is the Team Force car. The back hinge, it can be opened as a flexible space for the third row. So I have to figure out how I can open it and something to support it.
The most unique thing that I work on is this expandable rear hatch. What I did was design the components for that expandable hatch and how it will work, how it will pull out, how it will lock in place, and how he could get that look that he designed.
I think Team 5 has a unique feature that none of the other vehicles here have, and that is the magnetic propulsion system. You have magnets in the wheel itself, and then on the outside there is a swing arm like on a motorcycle, which is going to contain a conductive metal, and that conductive metal will have current running through it, and when you pass current through certain types of conductive metals, they become magnetically charged. And in doing that, the magnets in the wheel will have an opposing charge, therefore propelling the vehicle forward. Hydrogen fuel cell works basically by taking in hydrogen gas on one side of the fuel cell and passing that hydrogen gas through a system of chemical, a stack of fuel cells. And during that process, you're going to get electricity or electrons coming out one side and water coming out the other side.
The electricity can charge the battery and also can drive the motor. On another hand, the battery also can drive the motor.
We're focusing on hydrogen propulsion systems because we're focused on the emerging markets where the infrastructure isn't so much set up strictly for gasoline. And so that way when they're building that infrastructure, hydrogen will be incorporated into it. The reason hydrogen is such a good fuel source is because it's renewable, and its only byproduct is H2O.
Hydrogen, the only pollution that it puts out is water. And if we're using 100% renewable infrastructure to create the hydrogen, i.e. wind power, solar power, then we've got a zero emission system set up. It's just a matter of getting that infrastructure in place to start us off.
As the engineers fine-tune their revolutionary concepts, the graphic designers and animator are working to bring all facets of the team's vehicles together. Check back next time to see the last episode before the final presentation.